everyone. My name is Chenny from Cofinger Holdings. I am the product manager of TestRay app inside Jira. Welcome to today's micro webinar. Today, I'm going to talk about differences between TestRay Cloud and TestRay Data Center. So in this webinar, you will learn the UI differences between TestRay Cloud and server, and also the functionality differences. So why we have to make such kind of difference between TestRay Cloud and the TestRay Data Center? The reason behind is that as a app inside Jira host, the Jira Cloud and Jira Data Center, they have a very different architecture at the backend. To our app has to align with Jira change. That's why we also have a lot of differences between them. So first of all, let me just launch my TestRay data center to see how the UI interface looks like. I mean, the main change. So this is my TestRay data center. You see, we have a main menu, which is called tests in this Jira main menu, and then we have requirements, test suites, test plans, etc. They are all TestRay context menu. And on the left navigation panel, we also have each independent menus like requirements, test suites, test plans. Those are from our TestRay app. You can navigate to different page or to navigate to different functionalities. So now let me switch to TestRay Cloud to see what is the difference. Actually, it is a big difference for that user interface. Let me just open one of my Jira project. You see here in Jira Cloud or TestRay Cloud, you will not see test menu at all because it is not allowed inside Jira Cloud. And from left side, we don't have independent context menus at all, like requirements, like test suites, like test plans. We only have one menu. Actually, it is the only entrance to go inside our TestRay app. And then you will see the context menu nested like this way. So we have a drop down here to hold all TestRay menus. This is from Jira Cloud. Let me compare it again quickly. So this is Jira Cloud, and then this is our TestRay data center in Jira data center. Left navigation menus and also the main menus. This is the biggest difference for the UI interface. And then let's go inside any Jira issues or TestRay issues, because our data is stored as Jira issues like test cases, test plans, requirements, etc. We just need to open one of them to take an example. Here, let me just open a single test case to compare the UI interface difference. So now I just launched my test case issue from TestRay data center. If you open that in issue details screen, you will see independent panels to hold TestRay data. You see like test step panel here, and then we have automation panel, and then ad hoc test run. And on the right side of the screen, we have requirements, we have test suite, we have test plan panel. So all these panels are displayed directly in the issue details screen from test case issue. Actually, if you open the requirement, the concept is exactly same. We have different panels to hold different set of data from TestRay app. This is our TestRay data center user interface. And then now let me switch to my TestRay Cloud. So similarly, let's just open the test suite and then try to open the test case. Okay, let's find a test case randomly here from my test suite. Okay, So here you can see this is also test case issue type, but inside TestRay Cloud, we only have this button, test details button. Click on that. It will navigate to just one panel, which is called test details. And then we have multiple tabs to hold TestRay data. You see like this way. So one panel with multiple tabs inside TestRay Cloud. Now let me switch back to my TestRay data center. We have multiple panels displayed in issue details screen to store and to display TestRay data. Actually, these two user interface differences are the major changes we have done, or the major difference between TestRay Cloud and TestRay Data Center. So there are some other minor changes, but they looks similar. So I don't want to explain them or show them all here to save your time. Okay, so this is user interface change. And then I want to introduce what is the functionality difference between TestRay Cloud and TestRay Data Center. So if you are using our TestRay Data Center version, you will see we have some kind of TestRay own GQL functions like issue in test suite. So this is going to filter your test cases, but inside TestRay Cloud, this is not supported anymore. Reason behind is that in Jira Cloud, it doesn't allow TestRay app to have its own GQL functions. So that feature is not valid or is not available anymore inside TestRay Cloud. This is the first biggest or the first major functionality difference. The second one is that inside test plan, we made some improvement inside TestRay Cloud. So first of all, let me just open my test plan inside data center version to see how it looks like. So inside TestRay data center, we have a test case panel to hold all the test cases, and then our test cycles will refer to these test cases and then to plan your testing. So the test cases inside test cycle cannot be more than test cases you have chosen for your test plan issue. This is a main concept or the flow of our test plan inside data center. But inside cloud version, let's just find any test plan cycle to have a look. Here, let's go to test plans as well and open my test plan. We still have this test plan details panel, but we don't have test case relations to your test plan anymore. Here you see the test cases are linked to your test plan directly, but inside Jira Cloud, that is not available anymore. The reason is that we want to give more flexibility of your test cycle, because if you just add a new cycle and then edit, now you can choose whatever test cases you want. This is not related to your test plan test cases anymore. You can choose whatever test cases you want. It has nothing to do with test plan. So it gives you more flexibility. You can create very different test cycles in your test plan. For example, you can create the first test cycle as a smoke test, and then with a set of test cases, and then a functionality test cycle with a different set of test cases, and then click another test cycle to cover all your test cases for your regression. So these test cycles are totally independent, and it is not necessary for them to refer to test plan anymore. Test plan here is just a group, or you can consider it is just a container to have a list of test cycles to finish, different testing purpose. Yeah. So in this webinar, I just showed you two big difference between the UI interface and also the two major changes, functionality changes between TestRay Cloud and TestRay Data Center. That's pretty much for today's webinar. And thanks for your joining. And if you have any question, or if you want to learn more about our product, don't hesitate to reach out to us at sales@gofingerholdings.com. Thank you.